Here's something that confuses almost every startup founder when they are just getting started. Should you register a private limited company or go with an LLP structure? And honestly, this business decision can completely change how your business grows and operates in ways you probably haven't even considered yet. Most founders think these are just different names for the same thing, but the reality is that choosing between a private limited company and an LLP affects everything from how much tax you will pay to whether investors will even look at your startup, and making the wrong choice early on can cost you thousands of rupees and months of paperwork later. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible. A private limited company is like having a completely separate legal person for your business, which means your personal assets are protected if something goes wrong. You can easily bring in investors who buy shares, and you get access to government schemes and bank loans much more easily. On the flip side, an LLP or limited liability partnership gives you similar protection for your personal assets, but it's taxed like a partnership, which often means lower tax rates in the beginning. Plus, there is much less compliance and paperwork to deal with every year. Here's where it gets interesting though. If you're planning to raise funding from angel investors or VCs, they almost always prefer private limited companies because they can buy equity shares, whereas with an LLP, the investment structure becomes complicated and most investors simply won't bother. So here's my honest take. After seeing hundreds of startups making this choice, if you are bootstrapping a service based business with partners and want to keep things simple with lower compliance, LLP makes the perfect sense for you. But if you have even the slightest possibility of raising external funding or scaling rapidly, go with a private limited company, because converting from LLP to private limited later is expensive and time consuming. I've included more in the description. Share this with someone who may find it useful.